Hello, folks. How are we doing? Welcome. Let's drop that off. Hey, how are y'all doing this wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be? Very excited to see everybody dropping in so far. Can you share the event link? You can find the event link in the announcements channel on Discord. I will dig it out for you as well in a second. That is the best place to head on over and find it at the moment, which is always good. Okay, let's pull up some wonderful screen share. We are going to quickly recap where we've gotten up to so far with our project. We have been doing a whole bunch of very interesting work with iOS SceneKit to build ourselves a little game specifically designed around IKEA's line of under the sea style stuffed animals, basically in the same vein as your Fruit Ninja style stuff. We've gotten the general fundamentals together, I'd say, and now we are starting to move ourselves into probably having to do some work with models, but also be jumping into implementation. I'm really starting to get a few pieces together in terms of probably. I mean, in my head, I'm immediately thinking we're going to want to do some stuff with scoring. We're going to want to introduce some kind of HUD as like a starting point, in terms of like score tracking, like failure states, that kind of thing. And I'm also probably going to want to put in some kind of what's the term? We're going to want like a start screen, basically. And all of this is stuff that I am not immediately familiar with, so this is going to get very exciting very quickly, which is always good. Alright, let's see what we've got going for us here. So, I am quickly going to drop a new. Let's throw a blank window up. Let's see if we can find ourselves some resources on finding ourselves a SceneKit start screen. I'm gonna have to change the window that I am sharing, which is always great. There we go. Phenomenal. All right, let's get going. So we are gonna want. Now, the real question here that's intriguing to me is, can you mix SceneKit within SwiftUI? Because if that is the case, then this gets very interesting very quickly, because it means that we can actually build some of the really fun stuff. Interesting. Okay, so animating a scene view controlled by SwiftUI. I mean, that's just transforms, so that is not what I was after. Okay, this is intriguing. Yeah, I remember this. This is a Dub 2020 thing. Was that yeah, SwiftUI now has SceneKit support. Scene view is added a few types similar to SCM view. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is actually what I'm after. So this is good. Okay. Right, I see. This is making a lot more sense. Okay, so it's looking like we can potentially go down the SwiftUI route here, which could then get very interesting very quickly. Yeah, why not? Let's see what we can do here. So pull ourselves this back up. And we're going to do a little bit of shuffling. In fact, I think So how far we've gotten so far. I'm just mulling over whether we want to go down the road of creating a new Swift UI. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do, is we're going to create a new Swift UI project in its entirety. And then we're going to take our game implementation and we're going to port it over. Just to stop things from getting too complicated. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to need to yet again swap my screen share out. There we go. Okay, so here's our new Swift UI view. We are going to be doing a couple of things here. So let me think about this. We have, what do we currently have here? What the hell are we doing to scene view at the moment? Okay, I'll figure out how to make this work. So, scene view. What exactly does a scene view do? It's something that is none of what I would expect. Wonderful. Okay, what is the import for this, and why do I not have it yet? That's why. We actually need SceneKit in here, obviously. Okay, those look like good parameters. Let's just get all of them temporarily. So this is actually not going to be too bad, I don't think. This is... Okay. So we have rough... We know that we are going to be able to... One of these, which is always good. This can actually become a let then at that point. And then that can go over there. Point of view is then going to be our camera node. Which is fine. Though I'm intrigued to see how they're doing it in this one. How do they... Aircraft seed root node, child node with name, POV name. Ooh. That's sneaky. Yeah, I get that. It's a clever way to do it, but I don't think in this case it's necessarily the best way to go about it. Okay, that's fine. We'll set all that up. Options. Okay. What goes in options? Right, this is stuff that we've got set up over here. So we have... We've set auto enables default lighting. Third frames per second, 60. Do we have an SCN scene renderer delegate in this? Yes, we do. And we're going to set that. We're going to take these two out. We're going to ignore technique for now. I'm going to, is this failing on account of, yeah, it does not conform to expected type, which is fine because I can take the one we just wrote last session and bring that in as an extension. Oh, because it's not a, can I make this a class? Or is that going to make, okay, no, that's going to make things very unhappy, which is always wonderful. Okay. That's going to be one of those. Add protocol stubs. Oh boy, hang on. Okay, hold up. What sort of, what unhinged things have I wrought upon myself here? Okay. See how we can work around this one as we go. Just use ChatGPT instead. Problem solved. I mean, no. But both like large language models and GPT, like broadly, are profoundly poor. I think in a lot of cases. Like they'll give you a rough idea of what you want to do, but when you start getting into more complex architecture, it's really doesn't have the level of breadth required to give you answers to like the more complex kinds of engineering and architecture problems that you can come across. Okay, let's set this delegate up. I'm also going to do a little bit of structuring here, just so this is nicer on the eye. Not that that much matters, but it also kind of does. Okay. Can I just make this an... Okay, that's better, because I was going to say what I should have done here was just made it an NS object in the first place, which is always fun. So then... we then set up spawn time as a variable here. Spawn shape. See, this now gets very interesting because we don't technically have access to the scene in here yet. So I'm trying to figure out how we can pass that through relatively cleanly. We'll deal with that as we go. Let's not worry about that right now. We're going to set a background color. That is not the right phrasing, but I can't figure out why that's not setting. But that's fine. Just do a little bit of that. Method does not override any method from its superclass. Okay. We just set that up. Cannot find scene view, which is fine because we're going to deal with that shortly. Yeah, initialize it should be mutable, which is fine. Okay, so let's keep looking here. So the other thing we're going to need to do, which we've not done yet, is yeah, I think on appear is what we're going to do for this, and we're going to do first we're going to set our camera node up. then we're going to I'm going to bring our spawn shape function in from earlier. Okay, we need to move the whole shape type class as well. What about that? There we go. So we have that now, but now UI color is unhappy because we don't have the old UI color, which is always wonderful. There we go, that's more like it. And then create trail, which for now I'm just going to keep out. Because we're not even adding it right now, so that's not strictly necessary. Okay, and then dot appear. Once you set our camera up, let's just call spawn shape and see what happens. Okay, this is good. We have now our I am intrigued as to why it's only been called once though. Because our timer here is not happy. Because it can't find spawn shape in scope. Okay, this is going to get fun because I think we're going to have to break some of this out into its own. I think this is going to be one of these. We need the ability for this to be able to access certain chunks of stuff on this controller that aren't necessarily linked. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, ambiguous use of edit? Excuse me? You prefer that I be explicit? You would not. Okay. Invalid redeclaration. Okay, that's exciting. Oh, because it's got to be extension for this section. And we're going to make that an S object because, of course, we are. Spawn time is going to then go here. And we have touch the location in scene view. Is that even? Oh boy, that's going to be an interesting one to handle. Passing that one around. Okay. Okay, this is looking better. We are at a point at least now where decent chunks of the stuff that we were working on earlier is now working. So let's add the trail stuff back in. I'm going to take the shake out for now. Let's see if I can re-add my trail emitters. Yep, you can just about see them there, but I am going to need to... Hang on. Bring that right down to the bottom. See if this makes it any better. No, it doesn't. I love that. Let's take a look at what we can do with scene view. The color you're seeing is from SCNC's background property. You need to set this to your view color green. Oh. Right, I see. So this is a one of... Okay, there we go. Oh boy, that is unpleasant. Okay, there's somewhere. That's at least a lot closer to where we were, which is always positive. Let's see how we can pull this one together then. I'm going to take a brief break to just grab a tissue, but I'll be right back. Yeah, we are building into the height of summer, and the allergies are very firmly on their way up at the moment, which is definitely not my favorite. I'm not a fan. Never a good time. Okay, so we figured out our background problem. So next question then is gonna be this touch management thing, isn't it? Because it's gonna want me. I mean, we could do it. What's going on here? Has no initializers. Okay, so we'll make it optional. And then what we're going to have to do is... Okay. Okay, so it's the on up here. We need to like... On up here, we need to get the view. But the problem is that it's not going to... Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Hi, can you share the code? Not at this point. We'll be showing it at some point in the future. It's currently in a state where it's only working on my machine. Okay. Because the thing is, we know that that scene view is... Oh, could I do a very awful thing? I actually could, couldn't I? That could be very funny and also very bad. What if... What happens if I just make this return... Yeah, like, I just make this return that value. And then suddenly... No, that works, I guess. I don't like it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Okay, let's clear this out, clear the build folder and see what we get. Which is not too bad. Okay, hang on, I need to pull my... I need to pull the actual demo example of this up now, because... Okay. This is probably going to require some... What is the SwiftUI equivalent of touches began? I guess it would be... Because the thing is, that actually lets you then figure out the hit location within it, which takes this... Okay. Let's do some research here. Dummy stroke that pulls from a class that actually holds your scene view. Yeah, that's roughly what I was looking at. Oh! Oh boy. This is unpleasant, but I get it. Okay. But is this then attached to... Yeah, it is attached to the scene view. So then this is like... Ooh. Okay, sure. I guess. Like, this is the rough layout of what we want to do here. Find model. Okay, where in this code are we specifying a model? What are we trying to even access? A render delegate? What is even going on? Okay. We're going down the NS object reservable. Yeah, okay. I see where this is going. This is going to go interesting very quickly on account of the current stuff. So this is then going to have a render delegate. because I presume it just sort of has to. Yeah. Okay, sure, why not? We'll give you this, like, sort of dummy class to stick the sort of like the remainder in, which is fine. So it figures out how to get the renderer, which is also fine. Reference self implicitly, which is okay. Oh boy. Okay, so the other thing as well is that we are going to have to take this and put it on the actual view itself. Which means this does then become controller.renderDelegate, which makes sense. That tracks. I understand roughly where that's going, which is always interesting. Okay. So, what? Wait, what is? Wait, what? What is going on here? Why do we need to? SceneView has a delegate argument. Wait, but we already have a. Oh, I see. That's it. That's why. So that's actually kind of fine then. Because you can just... You can just do this. Yeah, so we don't need a render delegate because we already technically have one. So we'll drop that in. Okay. So it's going to be another one of these kinds of things, I would reckon. So it's trying to figure out what is even going on here. Argument parameter. What is event? Chill tap gesture. Okay. This is starting to look decent, which is always a good point. Okay. So this is going well, because we can then say code, and all of this goes away. Self-use before super init call. That is a fair point. No, that doesn't help me at all. I'll override it then, but then don't self. Oh my god. Does it really want me to break it out into a separate delegate on account of that? So I can't actually see another way around that at the moment. That is... See, the thing is, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's also not good. And that kind of... I feel like there's got to be a better way to handle that specific implementation. Like the complexity here is that, like, in order for this to work functionally, if it doesn't want us to reference self, which I do get because it's effectively a what's the term? It's a circular dependency at that point. So it does make sense. But it causes a whole bunch of... It just means having to abstract it out into an extra class. I'm just trying to think if there's a way that we can avoid that without getting really bogged down in the specifics. I don't think there is. I think that that's... I think that that is not as simple as it seems, in which case we are, in fact, going to have to... Yeah. Okay. I love that. That's phenomenal. That definitely is not adding a whole bunch of extra work. But you know what? We'll work with it. It's interesting because this is literally where we started. Now it breaks everything. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, no, wait, actually, hang on. Question. Can I not do can I not do an awful thing and see if this will actually work? Wait, can you not set the delegate after you've made the view? Are you serious? So you have one... Oh boy. Because what I was gonna say is, could I just set the delegate later once this actually wants me to set it? But no, it doesn't. It doesn't want that at all. Okay, come on. Scene view session delegate? What? Okay, that does not exist either. Programmatically setting your app up with scene delegates. Okay, this is looking good. It's not looking good. That is UIKit stuff. How is this so hard to set a view delegate? Holy sh... Oh, boy. is so odd. Yeah, scene view. Wait, does this not let me? Oh, wait, what? So there isn't even a way to. Oh boy. Does scene view in that even have it? Okay, we might have hit some like fundamental limitations on how this even works. Okay, I think this is okay. Is this related to the renderer then? So this whole thing where we've been like, what is this renderer supposed to be doing for me? Oh God, you're right. But the problem is that it doesn't. Oh no. So it doesn't know. It doesn't know what its renderer is. It doesn't know what its renderer is until it sets up the delegate, which it can't set up without the renderer. Oh no. Oh, that's a mess. Okay. Oh boy. We might need to do some. Oh. Oh. How are we going to solve this one? Because I feel like the way forward here is something to do with a. Yeah, if you make. If you basically, if you take everything that we're currently doing in the class that we've just abstracted and you extrapolate it out again, and then you try and take that and you shovel that in a view by way of making it a state object, like making it observable. Oh, I hate that so much, but it might actually be the most idiomatic way to do it. Yeah. Because there's not going to be any other way to. Could I lazy var this? Maybe. Wait, that's literally how this. Oh, that's how. God, that's intense. Okay, phenomenal. Great. So it's broken. That's good. Love to see it. Hmm. 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 Interesting. That is. Okay, context here for a second. What I'm attempting to figure out here is a structural way to take this. Okay, no, we're gonna go old school here. We're gonna go right down the route that I said I wasn't gonna go down, which is fine. There is nothing wrong with that other than everything. Okay, so we're gonna make ourselves a scene coordinator. We are gonna set up a couple of things for debug, which is fine. We'll set up a new renderer here, and then also set up a last renderer because that's the thing that we needed to do last time, which is gonna be okay. We're gonna need to do some. Yeah, we're gonna need to create a scene again. And then what we're probably going to do is set this up as a... Yeah. We're going to set this up as a state object rather than a... Yeah, actually, yeah, because we don't need... Hang on. Why do we even need the... Why were we even handling this? Why were we even handling the scene view? Where does this even get used? This is a complete mess. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll add a debug button, as we can. But what I'm more interested in is... So that's fine. Handle tap needs re-adding then. Which is okay at this point. With the exception of the fact that that now breaks, but that's fine. Okay. So we at least have something. What happens if I then... We're going to need to move spawn time over. Well, I don't think that's going to be my greatest transgression in all of this. I think I'm saving that one for later. then we're going to do on up here. Okay. This is better. This is like drastically better. Okay, so everything's now in this one scene coordinator. And also my timer stopped working. Ah. Is that by any chance because... Yeah, of course it is. This isn't set as the delegate, and now it is, and suddenly everything immediately starts working. Phenomenal. I mean, that's good. Oh, and even my debug works. Oh, good heavens, that is wonderful. And we can see all of our bounding boxes. Wait, hang on. Padding. There's a padding problem here. That yeah. Sorry, not padding. What's the... Is this the button? Yeah. Okay, we just need to put a spacer in here, I think, to... Wait, no. What? Hang on. Wait, not padding. If I get this to expand all the way up to the button, what's the... Hang on. It's gonna be like... Like frame max height infinity or something, isn't it? Because that'd be how I think you'd do it. But it's still sitting at a fixed size. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I'm literally staring it in my face. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. That is a massive improvement. In fact, if I really wanted to be fancy... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because what I was going to do is try and change the background. Change the background out to blue. Which would have made it look very nice at edge to edge, but the difficulty is that it's also going to clip. Can I make this view, like, fully... Like, can I expand a view fully to edges? Yeah, like, I'm not really on board with this whole, like, padding thing. I just want... There we go. Okay, that's better. It's an improvement. I'll take it. Okay. So, from there... Now the real question is... Is our code for removing stuff we click going to still work? Which, yes. So this is good. because that means that that is working. Does, however, mean that I now need to set up a second class to handle HUD stuff. But it also means that we can now do that in SwiftUI, which is going to make this infinitely nicer than trying to hack something together in UIKit. So this is actually honestly fine to me. Observable objects. Oh boy. How do I have one observable? Can you have an observable access an observable? I know that you can sort of pass them around, but I don't know if passing them into themselves causes horrible problems. Oh boy, the nested observables problem. I think I may have accidentally found a quite significant thing here. Yeah. Okay, extract the behavior to a view state variable. Okay. Otherwise, call object will change. Okay. That actually would work. Okay, so maybe we do go down this road then. Okay, fine. What do you mean it has no initializers? Oh, because I need to actually just define it. That's why. Okay, let's get this in here. Okay, this is going to get fun. Z stack, because we're going to be putting these on top of each other. And what, V stack inside of that? It's stacked in inverse. Never remember in which order these things are supposed to happen. Yes, okay, that's why these are inverse, which is always great. In fact, foreground I'm going to set to white. And also text. Font title, font weight, bold. Now this is where spacer would come in handy. Because then we get to put it right at the top of the screen with admittedly a little padding. Like maybe 10, yeah, okay. We'll make that 20 just for the road. Cool. Yep, that works. So this is then going to come from No exact matches in call to initializer. Oh boy. Okay. Let's do some digging and figure out why that's going down. Hello, hello. It's going well, man. How are you? We are slowly working our way through some interesting, swift structural problems. Is how I will describe this. We'll break this down into a little bit of a little slightly more manageable levels of problem, which is always good. Okay, so I have this set up here. I'm trying to remember how. No exact matches to call an initializer. What? Well, yeah, that would make sense, but it's also a published score, so it should. Hang on. Yeah, effectively adds a will set, which is correct, which is absolutely fine, and yet it is unhappy with me, which is always intriguing. Okay, so for full context here, at present, we have a score which is at least currently refusing to actually load, which I love. I'm 90%. Okay, okay. Right, that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. Great, wonderful. Paul shows up and immediately we fix it. That is a. I'm gonna chalk that up as like just osmosis, like simply being in chat has magically resolved this, which is always wonderful. Okay, so we have a score. Step 2. How do make score how do make score go up? Yes, that is structurally helpful English. So I actually wonder whether we take all of the handle tap logic out. I actually think we do. I think we completely isolate the rendered game. We can't. We can't do that. Can we? Can we? No, we can. because we're passing through the nodes that we're actually like interested in dealing with when we do the click logic. So this does work. Except for the renderer. Scheisse. Okay. Great. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So that great plan immediately going straight into the C. And about the lab stuff? Good stuff. We'll see you in a C. Break a leg with the lab. Okay. Back to our original problem. So we effectively need to pass. Wait, hang on. Can I not just pass this through in handle tab? I think I can, right? Because I can just make this. Yeah. Because then I can just have handle touch for also deal with a game parameter that happens to be a past coordinator. Then this just needs to pass it through up here. Yeah, my head is not screwed on this evening. That actually makes a whole bunch of sense. Okay, so game.score what's equal to 1. And then decrease the score if it's over here. Sweet. So far this is working. We have a score. Now, admittedly, the thing that's kind of getting me about these at the moment, in fact, I'm gonna take them out temporarily because I'm not massively happy with them. Is my particle stuff, because there's two things here, right? There's this, which is just the poorest excuse for an explosion that I think you've ever seen. And then also the attempts that we had at doing camera shake, which, I mean, let me just show you how well that went. Hang on. I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother moving that from the other project because it was bad. All right, just you can take my word for the fact that this was invariably awful in terms of quality. So we are gonna, I think. What I want to do is have. I want to have it blow the object apart. Like, I'm not interested in doing it as a particle system. I want to actually have the object itself, like, split out. Like almost like a. Oh boy. Like, how are we even gonna go down this? Like, what I'm most interested in is like having this effectively. Like, I'm not interested in like doing it in particle system. I want to do it as a like hard coded thing, but. Yeah. Okay. We are going to take a brief. We're going to take a brief break just because we've hit the hour. I'm going to pop off for a couple of minutes to grab some water, and we will return to this with some better explosions, very on brand for me, very shortly. All right. Let's take a final look at this wonderful explosions problem that we have in front of us. So, I need to figure out how exactly to. I'm going to take a fun little SCNP file off of one of the folks here in this project, because if I'm being completely honest, I'm not sure how we're going to solve this otherwise, but we'll see. Okay, we're gonna import this. Okay, we are missing a spark.png. That's fine, we can fix that. Special shout out to Derek Andre in 2018 on GitHub for this wonderful little addition to the run. And let's see what we can do with it. Spark.png. Okay, that looks much nicer. That actually looks really wonderful. I am very taken by that. I find that quite aesthetically pleasing. Okay, now please explain to me. Okay, I've just deleted it. Wonderful. Love that for us. Here we go. Precisely how do I load this in? Okay, so I can treat this like a normal particle system, which is fine. Is that a thing I can just do? And now it will... Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. See, what I need is like the actual values for this are fine. It's just I need a timer on it. Which is fine, because what we're gonna do is ignore all of this, and we're going to... Can I just have this like... I just want to set a timer up so that like after a second it just nukes this thing back out of existence again. Which is fine by me. Like, I'm not going to complain about that. So when we're calling create explosion, we're saying scn scene. We're talking about adding this particle system. Yeah, this will do. Let's see what we can do here. If Grand Central Dispatch doesn't want to set me on fire, that would be wonderful. Okay. That's not bad. I think what might be more helpful here is maybe something like this. Yeah, that'll do. That's a bit more. It's a bit more lively. I feel like I need more of them. Not getting enough from this. Yeah, like that, like a surface volume. Let's crank this up to 11. Wait, really? Really? Just oh yeah, this is interesting. Okay, now give me 2,000. Like, give me everything. I want to throw the kitchen sink at this. And we're going back to surface geometry because I feel like that's also causing problems here. Okay, this is better. We're at least seeing the outlines now. 4,000. Let's just throw this up to 11. Okay, this is like actually more manageable. Though admittedly still kind of long. Let's try a slightly shorter lifespan. That's better. That feels nicer. Like in terms of like the actual feel of that, that's definitely definitely improved. How long's the session? These sessions run for 2 hours, so we will be finishing up in about 45 minutes or so, give or take. Okay, so I like that so far. I definitely feel like we're getting into a good place with this. So the next step here then, well, there's a couple of things. We now have this in a view, which means that actually what we could do here, which is probably a good idea, is create a start view. And then also see if we can get some new 3D models in to replace the existing ones that we've been working with so far. Because I feel like both of those are going to be helpful for us. Font, this is going to be large title, font weight bold. And we're going to put this in a V-stack, which is a vertical stack, because we like stuff. And we're just going to create a start button. And what we're going to do... Actually, no, we're not going to do that at all. We are going to do... oh, boy. Actually, what would I... Hang on. Yeah, hang on. This is going to be more like it. Because what I can do here then is navigation link, destination, content, view, Oh god, did I just call this Swift UI view? I did, didn't I? Okay, please hold. I'm gonna have to do a little rename. Because I'm not believing that that's the way it was. Start view can't be found. Oh, the irony. Ooh. It's actually gonna... Yeah, I guess it will. I was about to be like, will this work? And then... Yeah, that tracks. Ooh. Why is this navigation... Oh, because it's not in a navigation stack. Yeah, and suddenly it immediately starts working, which is always great. Interesting. So this is working. We are probably going to want to do some tweaking. Spacer in here. Okay, maybe a bit too much of a spacer. Let's be honest. That is kind of chunky. Okay, padding. Bottom 50. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Maybe what I do is this. That is also an option. Because of course it is. Yeah, that's not... I mean, it's not great, but it's also not awful. Can I just find a photo of a Blahage to shove in the middle of this? Yeah, cool. We're going to take this eBay listing. And we are going... Oh, boy. Oh, this is going great. Give me an asset catalog, please. And in this asset catalog, I'm going to create an image set, and I'm going to call this shark. And then in the start view, in the middle, we are going to have image name. Unnecessary. That's fair. Okay, that is awful. That is very much not good. Not quite on board with that one. Let's see how we can fix this. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Okay, couple of problems here. Firstly, let's set a max height for this of like 200. $100? That's not having the desired effect. That is changing attributes of this that I was not intending to. Okay, hang on. That is slightly odd. Okay, hang on. Let's... What happens if I just set height? Absolutely nothing. Phenomenal. Okay. Usually, like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, resizable, scaled to fit, frame, height, 200. There we go. That's more like it. That is infinitely more like it. Okay, sweet. So we're now back to the game itself, which is fine. We've got our little start view. I'm happy with that. I'm confident in that ability. I'm also happy with my explosions again, though I would like to potentially change their color for the bad ones, maybe. Maybe. Okay, is there a 3D? I need a 3D model of a Blahaj. Oh, that's a good one. But can I download it, or is this being sold for money? Oh, hang on. Here's a download link. Okay, this is going to get interesting. Oh, boy. Okay, that's in 3ds Max format, so... Okay, let's see what we can actually do here. So, at the moment... So, I can theoretically... Theoretically, I can turn anything that is a mesh can then become SceneKit geometry. So any shape here is technically fair game. Okay. Okay, I need a... Where's a Blahaj STL? Okay, here we go. Great. This is a photogrammetry scan. That's good. This will do. Files. I want, like... Here we go. Single file. Which is great. Okay, this is taking a little while to download, which is slightly concerning. Oh, that's chunky. Okay, that's why. What I want is the IKEA octopus. The Lavengard. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to find him. Wait, we're still going. Maybe we can get Jungle Skjog? Maybe. Okay, there's a low poly Jungle Skjog that's on Thingiverse. So I think I can grab that. Is this it? Please tell me this is it. Well, the good news here. Yes. Okay. Oh no, 404. Wonderful. Let's see if anyone has reposted this. Come on, give me something. Okay, nothing for Jungle Skjog. That is kind of disappointing. Okay. Yeah, you know what, it's fine. We'll make it work. So that didn't quite work out the way I was expecting it to. Okay. Okay, so let's see then if we can get this Blahage model in. Can SceneKit take STL, or do I need to... Okay, hang on. Create SceneKit geometry from binary STL files. Okay. This is actually doable. Right, hang on. Use with file. Thank you to the person I just found this from on GitHub, who has written this phenomenal piece of kit, which theoretically should allow us to just do this. This is good. Okay, I might need to tweak this slightly because I don't need this as a node. Do I? Okay, actually, this isn't... No, I do need the geometry independently of the rest of it because reasons. Okay, let's try this. So, firstly, I need to move this into destination, add to target. Great, so that's done. Yeah, can I... Okay, right, this is where it's going to get fun. Because it's going to be geometry from STL. But then it's also then immediately going to quite reasonably complain to me about... Wait, what is it even doing to the geometry node? Can I return this as a pair of transforms? A tuple? I think. What? But it's trying to do this in a try-catch loop. Okay, hang on. Oh no. Oh, this is going to get exciting very quickly. Because then it's going to require... Oh boy. That's exciting. I'm not yet convinced here that this is necessarily doing what I wanted to. Interesting. Wait, hang on. If I actually found Jungle... No, I haven't found Jungle Skog. Dang it. I almost thought I had it there. That would have been very good. No such luck. Okay, so how are we going to deal with this geometry parsing? Trying to think about how you'd even make this work. Because we're going to need to effectively build the... Yeah, actually, no. Can we just wrap it and just do... Cannot infer contextual base. Excuse me? Cannot infer contextual basis of millimeter. Oh, hang on. It's going to be because it's... Yeah. Cannot infer contextual base. Oh. Wait, what? Yeah, it's going to be that, right? So then is that still... Cannot infer contextual basis for millimeter. I just get rid of that entirely? What happens if I just wipe the whole build folder out and restart this mess? Wonderful. Okay, different problems, different problems. I'm gonna just nuke that for now and assume that these are gonna be fine. Cannot find geometry transform. Oh boy. Matrix 4, right? Right? Yes. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Wait to find out. And the preview crashed. Phenomenal. It's trying to type demangling. Okay, we might have to actually run this on the simulator. Okay, not interested in running it on my phone, but not in the simulator, please. Because the Lord knows what has exactly happened here. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, hang on. We are nuking that previous iteration and joining in favor with this one. Oh, okay. What? Fatal error. Unexpectedly found nil. Where? Oh, of course. That's reasonable. That is actually completely reasonable. There's nothing wrong with that. Fopen failed for data file. No such file or directory. Is that just because it's not being included? Like, it's showing up as a scene graph. Like, it's happy with it. Is it, like, is there a problem here? Can I put this in the SceneKit catalog? And try that. Okay. So in that case, do I even need any of this? Hang on, let me just kill both of these. But like, I've already got it in here. Yeah, like there's... Like, what am I even... Yeah, I don't know if this is actually that far off then. It's like, it's inside the... It's inside the thing. Okay, I'm attempting to load the world's slowest article. But theoretically... Okay, so there's a bunch of like various geometry stuff available here. Is this... Wait, no, this is working. I'm almost certain this is working and they're just tiny. And also possibly that I need to adjust my scale factor. Which would actually make some sense. Let me adjust that to meters and see what it does. Okay, if I adjust it to meters, it immediately breaks. So, okay. Okay, interesting. Apply a... Okay, let's apply hard-coded... We have float. I'm gonna hard-code it to 5. Okay, so it's very unhappy about running this on the phone, but the simulator is actually completely fine with this. Which is very odd. But yeah, we can see our tiny sharks getting... So if I manage to click one of these at any point, can I? Come on, may I? Can I? No, not so far. Okay. We will see where we end up on this one. This is proving very quickly to well, we've made a great degree of progress. So I'm going to chalk that up as a quick, so we have binary STL parsers working. We have all of this now moved from conventional SceneKit into SceneKit backed by SwiftUI, which gives us a whole bunch of fun that we can play with. We have implemented both a HUD and a scoring system, fixed all of our particle management problems, introduced a new particle system, changed all of our transforms, figured out how to load in a new type of shape, and also set up a brand new start view. So I would say, all things considered, that has been a phenomenally productive session. We've gotten a good chunk of stuff done, which is I'm very happy about. I think in the interests of me probably not being able to fix tiny sharks as a problem, I am going to cap this one here, given that we're almost about to hit the hour, and we will pick this one back up briefly before our next session to just cap that off and then jump on into the to the next project for this week. Phenomenal. I'm gonna wrap all of this up in a nice bow and get it onto GitHub for you folks. So if anybody wants to take a look through the code that I have been fudging together over the last couple of hours, writing, putting into interesting structures, any of the above, you will all be available right over there. And I will see you folks on. Let's check. When's the next session? I will actually see a whole bunch of you folks tomorrow morning for the All AI Smash tournament. And then immediately after that, I will be rocking up for Saturday and Sunday. We have 2 very fun streams back to back. We're going to be doing a bunch of Twitch Plays Minecraft stuff, and then also a block with Ritv where we're going to be doing some fun things with chess. All right, wonderful. Well, I will see you folks when I see you, and have a great rest of your global hack week.